Letters fold like fragile wings. Across the miles their echoes fly. Rooms filled with quiet, empty things, and distant stars trace a shared sky. Soft lights shimmer on polished floors. A melody drifts from far away. Every call a tether to old doors. Yet warmth is caught in shades of gray. Time bends yet never bridges space. Moments linger in a fragile place. Miles between, yet hearts entwine. Through whispered nights and silver lines, distance hums but cannot sever the pull that draws them on forever. Candles burn where shadows fade. Golden walls cannot disguise the ache that lingers softly laid beneath the quiet, distant skies. Mirrors show reflections incomplete. Elegance masks the longing held. Every heartbeat counts the silent beat of love that travels yet cannot meld. Why wait for hands that cannot touch? Why dream of lips that feel so far? Even the stars that burn so much cannot close the distance where they are. Miles between, yet hearts entwine. Distance hums but cannot sever the ache that lingers softly laid beneath the quiet, distant skies. Smoke drifts slow across candlelight. Voices travel through endless night. Luxury hums but cannot bind the love that stretches through space and time. And shadows stretch along the marble floor. Your laughter flows just out of reach. A glass of amber memories pour into corners silence cannot breach. Velvet curtains sway with distant sound. Every step reminds what can't be mine. Faces blur, the night goes round, yet only yours refuses time. Words unsaid hang in the air, like smoke that curls but disappears. Fading glass, your name on my tongue. Every glance a story I cannot speak. Hearts collide but never belong. Every week feels hollow, every week. The city hums but I stand still, wrapped in gold but colder than steel. Love unreturned bends to my will, yet leaves a hollow I cannot heal. Mirrors show a face I barely know, confident, composed, yet quietly torn. I sip my courage, let it flow through nights that swallow every morn. Why chase shadows that never stay? Why treasure sparks that cannot lie? Every smile of yours slips away, yet burns inside like endless night. Fading glass, your name on my tongue. Hearts collide but never belong. Love unreturned bends to my will, yet leaves a hollow I cannot heal. Smoke drips slow, the night exhales a whispered love that always fails. Cold elegance hides tender pain, and every echo calls your name. Velvet curtains sway in quiet rooms. Footsteps echo where laughter once played. Candles flicker, leaving soft perfumes, and silence drapes the evening parade. A piano hums through distant halls. Notes linger like unspoken dreams. Every chandelier, each painted wall reflects a life that's not what it seems. measure slow, unmoving gray. Moments pass but never stay. Empty halls, golden and cold, whispers of stories never told. Company drifts but hearts are gold, and every night feels endlessly long. The city glimmers through the window pane. Richness surrounds, yet nothing mates. Luxury hums, but fails to console. And quiet settles deep in the soul. Mirrors hold reflections precise. Polished composure veils the ache. Every glance a muted device. Every step measured for quiet's sake. Why linger where warmth cannot reach? Why chase echoes that cannot teach? Even the glow of amber light cannot chase away the endless night. Empty halls, golden and cold, whispers of stories never told. Company drifts but hearts are gone, and every night feels endlessly long. Smoke curls slowly above polished floor. Silence hums behind closed doors. Elegance conceals the tender pain, and solitude lingers yet remains. Whispers crawl along the velvet walls. Candlelight shivers on polished floors. Empty glasses echo distant calls. Footsteps fade behind closed doors. Laughter drifts from corners not mine. A chandelier hums a brittle tune. Smoke swirls around a silvered wine. Night stretches longer than the moon. Shadows play with promises unmade. Silence answers everything unsaid. A glass between us, cold and clear. The warmth of gold cannot reach here. Moments slip like smoke in air, and every touch feels barely there. Reflections smile in mirrors tall. A life of riches that cannot hold the heart that beats beats against the wall, a quiet story never told. Echoes of love linger in the room, memories dressed in silk and ash. Every corner hides a muted gloom, every step becomes a whispered clash. Why does elegance feel like a cage? Why does control hide the aching stage? Every luxury is just a trace of fleeting warmth that leaves no space. A glass between us, cold and clear. The warmth of gold cannot reach here. Moments slip like smoke in air, and every touch feels barely there. Night exhales through corridors alone. Velvet smoke drifts where shadows roam. Luxury whispers, yet chills the bone. And silence reigns inside this home. There's a crack in the porcelain ceiling. Light falls thin across your face. No one here to name the feeling. No one here to take its place. The table holds two empty glasses. Dust is dancing in the air. Time moves slower than it passes, like it's frightened to declare. In this porcelain silence, don't speak my name out loud. Let the quiet wrap around us like a forgotten shroud. No promises between us, no future to defend. Just this porcelain silence, until it bends. Your coat still resting on the chair, as if you might return. There's warmth still living in the air from words we didn't learn. The mirror doesn't recognize the woman standing still. She keeps her secrets in her eyes and swallows what she feels. Maybe love was never fire. Maybe it was porcelain thin, something beautiful and fragile. We were never meant to win. In this porcelain silence, let the night remain undone. No violins to guide us, no rising of the sun, just breath against the stillness. No need to comprehend this porcelain silence. Will not pretend. City lights bow to her quiet step. Every corridor knows her name. Silk and smoke wrap what they can get. A fortress built in soft acclaim. Glass in hand, a subtle flame. Whiskey burns where hearts would falter. Eyes that weigh and never blame. Hands that shape but never alter. They watch, they whisper, but she stands, a storm concealed in polished hands. Iron veil, unbroken grace. Every step commands the space. Whispers die where shadows creep. Strength is hers and secrets keep. No crown, no throne, yet all obey. A world unfolds where she holds sway. Control is calm yet fiercely sown. A queen of glass unchained, alone. Mirrors show a face unbowed, silent fire beneath her gaze. Each defeat she wears like a shroud, yet moves with elegance through haze. Power isn't loud, it's carved in time. Resilience hums in every line. No one can breach the wall she's made. Her empire walks in light and shade. Iron veil, unbroken grace. Every step commands the space. Whispers die where shadows creep. Strength is hers and secrets keep. Smoke curls, the night bends near. A silent force that none can steer. Every loss a lesson worn. Her strength remains unbowed, reborn. I feel you linger where I stand. A quiet warmth slips through my hand. Your voice remains a gentle ache, a trembling light I cannot take. I chase the shadows disappears, yet stays a while. The room feels empty, yet you're near. A whispered thought I barely hear. Fading echoes of your touch, a silent longing I feel too much. Every heartbeat calls your name, every memory fans the flame. Soft as silk, yet sharp as glass. Moments we shared cannot surpass. Fading echoes tender and true. Every feeling pulls me to you. I wander streets that know your face. Every corner hides your trace. I breathe your absence, taste your fear. A love that's distant, yet so near. The night folds in, the walls grow thin. I hear your laughter underneath my skin. A fragile hope, a quiet plea, a storm of longing inside of me. Fading echoes of your touch, a silent longing I feel too much. Every heartbeat calls your name, every memory fans the flame. Soft as silk, yet sharp as glass. Moments we shared cannot surpass. Fading echoes tender and true. Every feeling pulls me to you. I close my eyes, the world retreats. Your presence dances where silence meets. Every shadow, every hue carries the weight of feeling you. The city sleeps beneath my heels, but the lights don't reach inside. I pour the whiskey like it heals, a room where nothing feels alive. The glass is heavy in my hand, the smoke curls slow round my face. I talk to shadows no one understands. The warmth of gold can't touch this space. people pass, their laughter cheap. I nod, I smile, they never see the echoes buried way too deep inside the dress that hides me. I've loved, I've lost, I've let it lie in corners of a life I own. The mirrors show a stranger's eye, the velvet bed, the gilded throne. Whiskey burns, a cigarette sighs, a fleeting friend, a small escape. The night is mine, but empty skies remind me all of what I brave. I used to think that love could stay like music frozen in a jar, but all the notes have slipped away and left their silence on my heart. Why do I wear the gold I hate? Why do I toast the past I mourn? Each sip reminds me of my fate, and every smile is just a thorn. And I've loved, I've lost, I've let it lie. The mirrors show a stranger's eye. Whiskey burns, the cigarette sighs, the night knows all my whispered lies. The silk folds tight, I am alone, but dressed in flame. Control is mine, and yet tonight the ghosts still whisper every name. Candles burn down to hollow stumps, flickers left where dreams once danced. Glass trembles with forgotten hums, and shadows lean on circumstance. Footsteps echo in an empty hall. Laughter lingers like a ghostly tune. Every painting seems to softly call the promises that die too soon. Walls remember what lips forgot. Rooms keep secrets time cannot. Shattered candles scatter light. Memories pierce the silent night. All the wishes we used to make lie broken now like fragile lace. The piano whispers in minor keys, every note a thread of pain. The air tastes cold, the mind unfree. Love's illusions fall like rain. show reflections of a face, once bright, now dimmed by broken skies. The world moves on, but leaves no trace of whispered hopes or tender lies. Why do hearts still reach for shard? Why linger where the past still mars? Every flame that burns too bright leaves a scar in empty night. Shattered candles scatter light, memories pierce the silent night. All the wishes we used to make lie broken now like fragile lace. Smoke curls upward, slow and thin, a bitter warmth that cannot mend. The night reclines the soul within, learns that some things never end. Glass warms the hand, amber swirling, reflections catching like fleeting thoughts. Smoke drifts lazily, curling around the fingertips that tremble just slightly with a memory. Laughter echoes from across the room, soft, hollow, slipping past like water through fingers. Sip brings a taste of absence, lingering where presence should have been. Velvet shadows cling to the dress, heavy with moments that never landed. Eyes meet briefly, then slide away, whispers of what was imagined and what will never be. Chandelier hums a lonely note, suspended, persistent above polished floors. Footsteps echo polite and measured, yet none of them follow the rhythm of the heart. Fingers trace the rim again, glass still warm, wondering if anyone notices how silence can carry more than words. Notes of piano drift from the corners, soft, deliberate, like a thought trying to escape. Hands adjust, gloves smooth over the crease of satin. Heels click in a practice dance through a life that sparkles but never reaches the skin. Memories float in smoke rings, fading, reshaping, holding fragments fragments of laughter and whispers that were never really meant to stay. Velvet shadows twist and bend, wrapping tightly around a heart that learned long ago to survive the shine, to exist in the glow without ever touching it. Stretches patient and indifferent as the room breathes quietly and the glass grows empty, yet the warmth lingers, a reminder that some stories live best in shadow. I sit where shadows bend and sigh. A single candle flickers by. The world moves on, yet here I stay. A quiet heart that drifts away. No voice calls out, no hand to hold, just memories lingering, soft and cold. I trace the spaces where you've been, a fragile ache beneath my skin, alone in the glow of muted light. I chase the echoes of the night. Every heartbeat calls for you. Every thought drifts empty too. Soft as silk yet filled with pain. A fleeting warmth I can't regain. In this silence I remain, bound to longing, bound to strain. The streets are quiet, the rooms are bare. I breathe the loneliness in the air. A fleeting shadow crosses my mind, a glimpse of what I'll never find. The night folds close, the hours creep, a fragile vigil I alone keep, a tender ache that will not cease, a hollow song without release. Alone in the glow of muted light, I chase the echoes of the night. Every heartbeat calls for you. Every thought drifts empty too. Soft as silk yet filled with pain. A fleeting warmth I can't regain. In the silence I remain, bound to longing, bound to strain. I close my eyes and feel the dark, a lonely fire, a fading spark. Every shadow, every hue carries the weight of being without you. hanging quiet by the door. It learned the curve of every thought I couldn't fit inside before. The hallway bends when no one's there, like it remembers how we moved. Your footsteps still disturb the air in ways the silence never proved. Don't touch the light, it flickers wrong. It only shines when you are gone. And I still wear you in hidden seams, in threads that pull beneath my skin. You never lived inside my dreams. You built a room and stayed within. I close the door, you multiply in every version I undress. Love didn't hurt, it rearranged the body in this borrowed dress. The mirror started skipping days. It shows me older than I am. Your voice got caught between the frames and hums me back into your hands. I stitched your silence into mine, so no one hears where you begin. And every time I draw the line, you blur it softly from within. I still wear you in hidden scenes. You never left, you just got thin. The dress still waits without a crease. It holds its breath when I confess. Some loves don't end, they just increase and learn to fit like something else. Every step a measured claim. Corridors bow beneath her sway. Eyes that gleam untouched by fame, and whispers bend where she may stay. Silk and smoke entwine her hands. A glass of amber warms the night. No one can breach her quiet lands, where elegance meets quiet might. They watch, they wait, yet cannot reach the grace that no one can teach. velvet throne, unshaken rain. Every glance reflects her name. Luxury hums yet cannot bind the power that she keeps refined. Confidence hums in every move, a silent force they cannot prove. Strength wrapped in beauty, calm and clear, a queen of whispers without fear. Mirrors hold reflections bold, polished composure hides the flame. Every story quietly told cannot contain the game she plays. Why bend where nothing breaks? Why chase where silence wakes? Every step a choice, a sign. Every breath a line, a spine. Velvet throne, unshaken reign. Every glance reflects her name. Strength wrapped in beauty, calm and clear, a queen of whispers without fear. Smoke curls slow, the night obeys. Her empire walks in quiet ways. Elegance drapes power untamed, and every eye remembers her name. I walk through halls that gleam like frost. Every chandelier a frozen star. I sip the amber, count the cost of loving ghosts who've never been ours. The lounge is empty, yet full of sound. Soft laughter drifts from distant rooms. I feel their eyes, but they're not around. Just fading echoes and perfume fumes. I move like silk, I move like ice, controlled and calm, but paying the price. Velvet smoke curls around my hand, a cigarette, a moment to escape. The world is gold, but I can't stand its warmth. It's just a gilded shape. I've seen love pass me in disguise. I felt the touch that wasn't real, and though I smile, I memorize the hollow beats I cannot heal. The mirrors lie and show my face, confident, polished, yet quietly torn. I drink my stories, leave no trace except the ache I've always worn. Why do I pretend the night is mine? Why do I hold the fire I can't keep? I'm queen of all, but lost in time, and sleep escapes while others sleep. Velvet smoke curls around my hand. The world is gold, but I can't stand. I've seen love pass me in disguise. The hollow beats I memorize. I light another flame, let it drift through empty halls and silent rooms. Control is mine, yet here's the rift, luxury step into the glow of midnight streets. Neon signs flicker with borrowed beats. Raindrops trace the edge of my coat, carrying whispers I barely note. I see you there behind the smoky glass, a fleeting shadow that doesn't pass. The piano hums a quiet refrain, pulling me deeper into this chain. Stay with me just for tonight in the shadows, under dim light. Every heartbeat, every sigh draws me closer, you and I. Saxophone bends a lonely tune, brush drums tap beneath the moon. I feel the city hold its breath, suspended here between life and death. I reach for you, but you're a ghost, the echo I've wanted most. The bass walks soft, the melody sways, carving paths through our hidden maze. Maybe tomorrow will disappear to whispers fading in the atmosphere, but tonight this music is ours alone. In every note, a world unknown. Stay with me just for tonight in the shadows, under dim light. Every heartbeat, every sigh draws me closer, you and I. And when the last note fades away, I'll remember this neon ballet. Night drifts through the open doors, whispers linger where warmth once played. Empty chairs hold forgotten scores, and quiet stretches where feelings fade. Lanterns glow yet do not call. Melodies float but never land. A gentle touch too slight for all slips past her fingers like soft sand. Promises rest on fragile thread, words unsaid weigh like lead. Steps unbound, she walks away. No glance returns to yesterday. Fading voices cannot bind the fire that rises in her mind. Each corridor hums with distant tone, yet nothing claims the path she owns. Every pause, each silent sigh was reason enough to say goodbye. Tapestries shimmer without her gaze. Chandeliers hum a muted tune. Shadows bend in subtle ways, but cannot stop the coming noon. All the weight she carried fades. Chains of habit no longer stay. Every heartbeat marks the line. Every breath proclaims she's fine. Steps unbound, she walks away. Fading voices cannot bite. Every pause, each silent sigh was reason enough to say goodbye. Night exhales across polished halls. Freedom dances soft and tall. Distance hums where she has been. A quiet triumph, unseen, serene. Smoke was drifting through the room like a silver velvet plume. You were standing by the bar, looking distant, looking far. Your eyes met mine across the haze, like a spark in midnight maze. One slow step and one more near, till the world was crystal clear. Just a kiss in the smoke tonight, soft and slow in the fading light. Maybe wrong, maybe right, but it feels too good to fight. Just a kiss in the smoke so thin, where the night and hearts begin. If tomorrow breaks the spell, let tonight be ours as well. Your whisper brushed against my skin, like a secret tucked within, and the room just slipped away with no reason left to stay. The city hung beyond the door, but we wanted something more. Just a moment lost in time, like a half-forgotten rhyme. Just a kiss in the smoke tonight, soft and slow in the fading light. Maybe wrong, maybe right, but it feels too good to fight. Just a kiss in the smoke so thin, where the night and hearts begin. If tomorrow breaks the spell, let tonight be ours as well. flame, every wild and reckless game. But the night remembers still every stolen little thrill. Just a kiss in the smoke tonight, where the shadows feel so right. If we never meet again, let this moment still remain.